You're listening to Modern Male Radio with Jerod Zavistoski, right here on LA Talk Radio.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Jerod Zavistoski, and you're listening to Modern Male Radio. This is all the stuff your mama should have told you and the shit your daddy never knew. And joining me tonight, we've got some special guests. Okay, so you guys' names are really, really hard to pronounce. So let's go Sara Dastjani.
Right.
Dastjani. Esha Mohanh. Okay, so that wasn't that hard. Stupid me. I'm not very phonetical. And Morgan Lee. Okay, yeah, so that wasn't hard at all. See, I'm just now I'm just spinning my wheels. So real quick, guys, I wanted to thank Sharon Norris Norman for being an awesome fan and just blasting the internet with all of our content. I also wanted to wish her a happy birthday, a happy belated birthday, because her birthday was Thursday and I missed it. It was last Thursday. I didn't miss it, but I just didn't. I didn't thank her on air like I was going to. So happy birthday, Sharon, and really appreciate all you're doing for the Modern Male movement, and keep up the good work. Thanks.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about conversational skills, which I think is a huge topic. So many guys get up there, they go to talk to a girl and they tank, or they freeze up and they can't get their words right. They start stuttering like I'm kind of doing now, and then they start shifting their weight, and then it's like, and then they leave. So I brought a couple of women who have all had hosting experience, acting experience. And one of the things that me and Nick Hawk used to talk about on the show was that it was always beneficial to go take acting classes, improv classes, in regards to dating, because these things help you test your comfort zones, and they'll help you test your limits. So when you're going out there and you're actually trying to get a second of a girl's attention, sometimes guys get so much adrenaline that we come off as eager when really we're like, fuck, we're terrified. You guys are pretty.
Too much blood flow.
It's hard. It's so hard. So like it literally takes a long time to kind of desensitize yourself to the point where you don't care and women don't intimidate you anymore. But for the average guy, he's like, I can't do it. I don't know. And then by then he's already shot it. She's like, oh, he's weird. Get the fuck away from me.
Get away from me.
Yeah, so like a guy has like that 5-second shot and he's got to come on and perform. So improv classes, acting classes, and hosting classes are something that would definitely benefit people, guys and girls, to get over that approach anxiety. So it's funny, we were talking earlier today and you kind of, you asked me if I was a pickup artist. And I know sometimes the terminology is similar, but I'm not a pickup artist, and there's a huge, huge difference in what we teach here at the Modern Male Movement and what the pickup artistry is. Pickup artistry is basically not telling a girl the stuff that you're going to do. You're not developing yourself. You're literally lying to her in order to kind of sabotage her emotional psyche, in order to associate you with somebody that has those qualities. So if it would basically, you're tricking people into becoming attracted to you. It's very cloak and dagger.
Honestly, I was really sad that you're not a pickup artist. I was like, let's show him what he's missing.
Let's teach him a lesson.
But then you were like, no, I'm totally not a pickup artist. I was like, okay, so he's my friend.
Yeah, no, I what? Are you putting me in the friend zone?
Oh, already.
I'm in the friend zone, guys.
That 5 seconds was over.
Good thing none of you have actually read the book, because the last chapter is getting out of the friend zone. Oh yeah, no, I wrote it. So cool. You guys have all done hosting, right? I mean, you've done television hosting. You've done a little bit of hosting, but more acting. And then you're an actress, and you own a sunglass line, right?
I do.
Okay, cool. Let's hear about all these.
Me?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay, so I've started acting for film in Germany.
Okay.
And I'm still studying over here at the Stella Adler Academy, and I've signed a contract with a management company 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations. Yeah, no, I saw that.
I'm so happy. And I want to start my acting career over here, and I'm really excited to work here in LA.
That's awesome. Where did my water go?
It's right behind me.
Okay, ran away.
Thirsty.
And you?
So I started my career off really young, I guess. I worked for 2 Indian television shows that were based in the U.S. They aired worldwide in 150 countries. And then I had all these ideas for my own show. I shot and created my own pilot, shopped it around, tried to get it on an Indian network, which is initially what I thought would happen. But then I ended up getting it picked up on the Style Network. So it launches this fall, and it's called Behind the Look LA.
Woo! Nice.
It's all about fashion,
And
beauty.
that's perfect because we're just coming off of Fashion Week, and we had the last 2 weeks were fashion. We did one on fashion faux pas and another one on style. So that's great. Do you do men's fashion?
We are going to do an episode on men's fashion.
One episode, that's it?
No, I mean, to start off with one, but we'll move into more.
We need some help out there in the world, okay? I'm just saying, I mean, in LA, there's definitely better dressed men. They need to work on some other stuff, but, you know.
Maybe spend a little less time on what they wear and a little more time up here. Just saying, just throwing it out there.
It's called Read a Book, motherfucker. And if you're going to read a book, guess what? Methodology of the Modern Male is on Amazon. So you can get that for $17.96.
Plus shipping and handling.
Yes, no, and it's funny because I actually wrote a very, very easy to read book because guys are thick, right? You know, like they don't want to read it, so we put pictures in there to kind of like, you know, distract them a little bit, and then we chunked all the information is like in chunks because I was like, I am going to write about as much as I would like to read at that given point. I don't feel like overcomplicating things helps anybody. Yeah, and nobody wants to listen or read. Yeah, you know, you being high and mighty on yourself. Anyway. You are?
I'm Morgan.
Morgan.
And I've taken classes at the Lee Strasberg Acting Institute. I've done a bunch of different plays as well, but I just do it for fun. I'm an artist, and I have my own sunglasses line. They're unisex designer sunglasses, which I launched last July.
Okay.
So I've been working on that.
How's that going?
It's going great. Nicki Minaj just wore them.
Killer.
J-Lo just wore them.
Do you have a glass with you?
I do.
Let me try it.
Bring them out.
Hey, let's do it.
They gotta
look
get
good with
cleaned,
glasses.
though. They're super sick. They say Los Angeles in gold in my handwriting here, and then there's like a gold music note here.
And now she has a bunch of different lenses.
I have a bunch of different colored lenses. It's
That's
a
awesome.
one-person company, so
they look good on everyone.
yeah. I hope they look good. They gotta look good out.
Oh, those are dope.
Nice.
Those are fucking awesome.
I love it.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you came.
Thank you.
We'll put a link to those up on the website for you guys so that you can purchase your pair. What do they retail for?
Well, I sell them for $2.19, but if you go to other retail stores, they're a little bit more expensive.
Okay, so they're reasonably
But I'll
priced.
give good price.
No, that's a great price. I always lose sunglasses. It sucks. I've had so many pairs of sunglasses, and I just always drop them. So now I go to the 99-cent store. Or
No,
I'll buy them like.
meet a woman with the 99-cent.
I don't wear a lot of sunglasses though. So, but I swear to you, I've went through maybe 50 pair of sunglasses. I mean, they're all like it's just like
grandma.
the curse.
You need the grandma
You need
with
the
neck
chains.
chains.
No, never, not in your life. I mean, I'll put them in my you know, my shirt.
They
but
always
then
fall out.
the second I bend over, it's just, so I just don't wear a lot of sunglasses anymore.
You like to look women in the eye.
Yeah, like what's up? How you doing?
It's a little too intense.
Just give them that little.
Can't handle it.
Really?
Blue's
Is this too intense for you?
Starting to
Oh my god. Okay. So, when was the last time you got hit on by a guy? And what did he say?
In person?
In
or
person.
Over the phone?
In person. Internet dating doesn't count, you guys. That's fucking cheating. We're not gonna.
Hitting on in a sweet way, a dorky way, or like a too strong.
When was the last
way?
time somebody landed a pickup line that you liked?
Every day. When you walk to the gym, every day they're talking to you.
Okay.
Every day, anywhere you go, you get something.
You're so pretty. I love your body. I love your smile. I love your face. I love your this. I love your that. I'm like, thanks.
So what works?
I got this one line that was like, I might not say it correctly. It was like, did you just fall in a pile of sugar? And I was like, what? Why? And he was like,
That's not working.
because you got a sweet ass. And I melted. I thought it was amazing.
Wow, that worked on you?
Really? I'm kidding. No,
Okay, good.
didn't work. But it was a good effort.
Okay, A for effort.
Yeah.
Feel like, did you just? Okay, yeah, no.
I was just like, I mean, it's different. It's not the usual, oh my God, you're so pretty, or hey, can I have your number, or
You know, I
You
like
were a creative
less words.
douchebag.
creative douchebag, exactly.
Fuck yeah.
I like less words. Like a good smile and a confident walk and whatever. Like, just give me a sign. I give him a sign, you know.
It's like, hey.
I don't
No,
even
just
like
from
that.
afar. Like, you feel the energy or you don't feel it.
Yeah.
You can't force anything.
Well, we're going to talk about that because there was at some point you were worried that your accent was going to be too thick for the show. It's not. It sounds great.
I was so scared. I was like, oh, you want to invite me to the radio show? You know that I have a German Persian accent. You were like, yeah, I'm cool with that. I was, okay.
Yeah, no, it's great because at some point this happens, and when it does happen, it's funny that that's the way you like to be picked up on, because that's how I would actually advise somebody to pick up on a girl that has a really thick accent. You kind of let the conversational stuff go. You know, very short answers, but more fun. And you take up the body language a little bit. You do a little dancing. You know, you go buy a drink. Okay, cool. Da 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 da. And you make it a more fun, interactive thing that you don't have to speak as much. We had a lot of guys would fail to do that. They would just start talking to you and be like, okay, well, we're just not going to get to that conversational place because she doesn't understand me.
I don't have problems with that.
You know?
I just have an accent.
Okay.
I know what I'm talking, and I know what you talking. That's a
good job.
I like an accent. I put on fake accents all the time just to like fuck with people.
You're like,
I'm
I'm
British
foreign.
all
No,
the
I
time.
do. And we went to Catalina Island, and there's all these guys trying to talk to us, and like I was Katya from Ukraine, and she
Adriana.
was
Adriana,
and our other friend was
something.
Alessandra, and like sometimes I put on like a British accent, you know, put it like just for fun.
Just for fun, to be
just to
someone
see
else.
like how far it goes. And
People love accents.
Yeah, of
they love
course.
foreigns over here. That's
I used to have I never used to like accents, and then I don't know where it changed, but like the last 2 years, all of a sudden I was like, ooh,
It's kind of hot.
yeah.
it's
that's-
something
you need a new
different.
challenge. That's why people
Maybe.
need challenges. You were
Maybe.
like, okay, I'm bored.
No, I think I was actually just very, very, very auditory, and my auditory system, like loud noises, certain things, really drive me fucking insane. So it was like an accent. I was like, no, bad. But then all of a sudden I was like, ooh, that's kind of sexy. Like
It depends on the accent. Like yours is great.
Yeah.
But I've heard
Aw,
some.
thanks.
very hot. I'm so glad we got to have you on the show. I hope all of you at home are drooling as much as we are here.
Thank you.
So when hosting, I mean, this is kind of what we want to get to. There's a question answer format, or is there? I mean, how do you guys feel like an engagement should go? I find that interested is interesting. So when you're talking to a girl, you don't want to just run up and shower her with compliments.
No.
Or you don't want to walk up and be like, hey, you're beautiful, because there's nowhere it can progress from that. You're basically, the next progression is be like, hey, you're beautiful. I want to write your mom and dad a letter and thank them for fucking. Like, where do you go from there? Like, you had nothing to do with it. Hey, that's great. Like, where did you get your makeup from? Like, that's going to turn into a creepy conversation really quickly. So whenever you're starting a conversation with somebody, guys, you want to make sure that there's an end game, a place that you can go to. And unfortunately, compliments don't really have an end game. I mean, you could definitely get there, but show some interest in what she's doing, what she's wearing, who she is. One of the things that I lead with sometimes is actually bitching about something that I've noticed in the room and see if we can get on the same page. Be like, hey, what's up? Da da da. By the way, did you notice that fucking thing that just happened? Because that was like really, really annoying. Like this guy comes over here, da da da. And then it allows you to actually start to charm her and give a little humor while you're asking her opinion on something. What do you guys think?
I agree. I personally hate when a guy starts off as you're really pretty or you're beautiful. It's like, tell me something different.
Tell me something I don't know, motherfucker.
Not that, but just be different. Come up with something clever. I'm tired of hearing the same thing over and over again. I want to hear something that could potentially make me interested in you. If you just say, oh, you're really pretty, I'll be like, cool, thanks, bye.
Oh my God, entertain me. Jesus Christ, I'm bored over here, okay? Everybody's hitting on me the same way. Okay, so points for
You shouldn't
originality.
talk too much, though. I don't like it when a guy's coming
No, not-
over and telling me the whole story. I'm like, can
Not
you
that.
chill?
No, it
Yeah.
has to be like
tell me something nice, but don't start, telling me the whole story of your life or complaining or bringing negative energy or whatever.
Yeah.
Bring something funny or say something funny, make a joke, but I don't like too long conversations, especially when I'm going out and do party and stuff.
Yeah, nobody likes to talk when they're drunk, which is why you guys all need to learn how to dance.
I'm not saying that I'm drunk. I'm just saying, when I'm with friends and somebody's coming over and he's talking too long, I get kind of annoyed.
You get annoyed or bored? Is it because you don't give a shit, or is it because what he's saying isn't interesting?
No. I'm open. I like to talk to people, but I just don't like to get forced to talk to people. You know what I mean? I want to choose who I want to talk to.
Okay. Okay. What about you?
I'm more different because I feel like I'm a very wild young person, but I'm also very like old in thought. So I mean I need a lot of brain stimulation, and I also need a lot of like comedy. So I need something where there's a balance. Like, you have to catch my attention, something completely that sets you apart. Because last week I went to a party and this guy like immediately came up and was like, "You're gorgeous," this and that, like, and then like was asking about my eyelashes, if they're real, and he made me like look to the side, and I was like, "Bro, they're fucking real. Like, what do you want?" You know, wouldn't leave me alone, and it was just like really weird. Like you said, it was like, where can you go from there other than feeling like fucking stalked
violated
and creeped out? Like,
yeah.
you would just like walk around and be like, "So let's get a drink now," and I'd be like trying to like, okay, like, and go away but not take the drink, you know.
Well, and there's an interesting thing, because a lot of men are taught to be dominant, kind of take what they want, but you just nailed it on the head, because there's a huge difference between dominating and violating somebody's space or their, you know, and it's like there's a way to be very dominant within your space that almost allures people to want to be in your space and be dominated, but certainly not picking them apart.
There's a difference.
You don't want to analyze something that somebody's got going on and be like, "Oh, hey, by the way, let me try and make you feel really insecure real quick." He might have been a pickup artist. It might have been a negative.
It was not working at whatsoever.
It doesn't work.
If I stopped looking at you,
not
it's
working.
not
No.
working.
No. You say something rude and you want to take my confidence. It's
horrible,
over.
right? Yeah, no, and that's a huge thing with pickup artistry, is the whole nagging thing. The prettier the girl is, the more she's been hit on, so you kind of want to set yourself up.
It's mean though. They're
It's
not
fucking
really
mean, yeah.
confident and, you know, more insecure, and when they get treated like that, they like, "Okay, whatever. What do you want?" You know? It's so sad.
Well, I think that insecure girls who are looking for some form of validation would be like, "Why don't you like me?
Yeah,
Why don't you think I'm pretty? Because I'm fucking pretty." And it's like, we've kind of moved past that as a society. Yeah. I don't know. Some girls are still like that, but for the most part,
girls.
like, if I have to insult you to get your attention, nah.
Yeah.
See ya.
Right.
Because I never want to have to play a game with somebody like that. It's just gross. And I don't think it works anyways. Chicks try that shit on me all the time. Like, literally, they'll walk up and they'll be like, "Oh, Mr. fucking Khaki, Miss Pretty Boy, da-da-da-da." And I'm like, "Oh, Mrs. Go fuck yourself. How about that?" There's the door. I'm like, and then they'll stop and they'll be like, "Oh." And I'm like, no, I know you were trying to hit on me, and I know you're busting my balls because you want to fuck me, but it's not going to happen right now for you. You should have led with, "Hi, I'm such and such. I like this and that." And I would have been like, "Oh, that's nice. We should hang out sometime." Walking
show
up,
me your butt before.
No. That's see, and I think it's funny because men and women aren't that different. There's just a social thing that's fucked up, and women are pulling back, and men are pushing forward. But it's like, honestly, we would find the same things tacky. We would find the same things kind of crass and tasteless if we eased up a little bit and let you guys kind of meet us in the middle. You would see that the whole dynamic, the whole shift of dating would change. And that's been my philosophy, and that's how I actually, you know, that's my game, is just to treat women like they're human beings instead of trying to fuck them or hit on them, and you find you get a lot farther anyway. So
Yeah, that's true.
It's great. It's so easy. It's like, just treat her like you would treat a dude, and then everything works out. And you're like, well, there it is, the genius. Yeah. So when you guys are hosting question and answer format, we kind of touched that, and then we went right back.
Went right around. With me, and when I'm hosting, I usually have like a set of questions that I know I want to hit certain points of, but I never really memorize anything. I like to let the conversation flow and kind of feel out the person and also their energy, and just kind of let the conversation go wherever it goes, as long as I keep, you know, hitting certain points that I want to make sure to ask them. But at the end of the day, I just want to have a very natural, fun, entertaining conversation with them.
Okay.
I never do question answer. It's too serious.
Yeah, see.
I need to laugh and have fun.
She wanted the questions for this so bad. She was like, give me questions. I'm like, we don't do questions here.
I was just like, what is it about?
Yeah. But I mean, I send people a link to my show, and I'm like, watch it, you know? And
sorry, I got to see 5 hours of 5 of your shows.
You watched more than anybody else has. Are you kidding me? People come in here and they're like, oh wow, it's like, it's on camera. You? And I'm like,
where are you?
Did I not send you a fucking link? Yeah, so it's crazy. Or they didn't even realize that I sent them a copy of the book, because I send everybody a copy of the book.
Can you send me a CD of your book? I would like to hear it and drive. Do you have it?
I have an audiobook.
That's awesome.
Of course.
Are we gonna actually learn from it?
Yes. Yes.
Really? Okay.
And I'm writing Methodology of the Modern Female right
I'm
now.
curious. I'm seriously curious.
Interesting.
It's
Are you
good
breaking
stuff.
it down for all the different types of women, or
That's the thing.
based on age or demographic, or how are
The
you doing
complexity. So with Modern Male, we did it very simple, very boilerplate. Like just
that? Well, men are simple. Come on.
the book is this thick, and I could build 6 of them. I mean, but women are very complicated. So basically, like the book I wrote is for guys to get attractive to girls. So I'm gonna write a book on how girls can kind of allure the opposite sex. Some of the moves that you guys can use to game your guy. You know, things that we notice that you don't think we notice. All of the shit, all of the stuff your daddy should have told you, and the shit your mama never knew.
But I've heard some of these things. I have, a couple people that I know that do these types of pickup artist types of things, and they always tell me what to do. And I just
For a
don't.
woman?
Yeah, they're
You
like,
don't
oh,
feel it.
you should do this to a guy next time, and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, it's not natural. I don't enjoy. Like, I don't want to have to remember these key things to do. I mean, if I'm feeling you, I'm feeling you. If I'm not, sorry.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people at the end of the day, a lot of people would like dating to be like that. But unfortunately, we come to a place in society where
people need help.
Yeah, but I mean, also, if you weren't getting hit on all day, every day, the next guy that came in and hit on you, you might give him a little bit more time and attention, then you guys might let it build. But no, I mean, you guys get hit on every day, all day long, like 1,000 times a day. And I never got that until I moved to West Hollywood. I lived in West Hollywood for a few years, and I'd go
now
running.
you
Oh,
feel
now you
it.
know.
Oh yeah, no,
You know
I understand it
what's going
completely.
Hey, honey.
Do girls start howling at you?
No,
like,
the
girls.
across the street?
Guys.
Guys down.
Guys,
Guys.
no, I there was one time that I ran to the gym, and on the way there, somebody started singing. And I was like, like I walked by, and he whistled, and they started singing, and I was like, okay, that's weird. And then I get to the gym, and this guy next to me starts singing, and all of them were Disney, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it was just one of those weird ass Universal moments. And then I start running back, and a different guy started singing when I ran by, and it was all like, I can show you the world, and I was like, the fuck is going on? So yeah, that was when I decided to move.
You weren't into it?
Mm-mm.
You weren't even just a little?
I was flattered as hell. Yeah. No, like, I mean, it's great to be hit on, but then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, that was tacky. That was rude.
But guys are more forceful,
I've never had a gay guy be super forceful.
Really?
Just,
Whenever
well,
I've been out to, like, gay bars and stuff, they're very
Aggressive.
yeah, I had a guy grab my ass once at a bar.
Whoa.
What
Yeah.
did you do?
He loved it.
Well, I didn't
of
want to
course.
I didn't want to punch him in the face. So, no, but I mean, he went under the pants,
Oh,
and he was like,
Oh.
and I was like,
Uh,
I turned around and I'm like, excuse you, motherfucker. But it was for the first time, I was like, oh my God, how fucking rude. And then I was like,
That's what happens to girls.
But see, yeah.
oh shit,
now
I
you
get
know what
it.
it's like.
I mean, that put a lot of things in perspective for me. A lot of things. And then
so
all
you're
of
the
them-
woman whisperer now?
I don't know about the woman whisperer. I'm still, I've got
He's
my.
like, I feel you
No
guys.
one can get the
I know how
woman
you
species
feel.
down. Like, it takes.
You don't even want to, and you don't want to be known
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
true. That's
I don't
true.
want to be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm a pro lady whisperer, because then every girl, like, women try and kick me in the balls enough as it is. I don't need more people trying to break my self-esteem or ego. It's bad. So conversation starters. Back to that. So one of the things that pickup artistry kind of teaches you to do is to neg somebody or to walk up and like kind of kick them in the balls. I don't like that. No.
That's what I've heard too. That's the negative type of pickup.
Yeah, it's called a
artistry I
neg.
don't like. Yeah.
Well, you'd walk up and you'd be like, "Oh, hey," or I'd talk to everybody else but you, ignore you,
Yeah.
and then I'd be like,
That's what you find.
"God,
out
is she
a lot.
always like this?" Like shit like that.
Yeah.
Or you'd be like, "Oh, you got some lipstick on your teeth," and
Yeah.
it's like not being helpful even if you didn't. It's actually kind of funny.
I can pick up on, like, when a guy does that to me, I know for a fact what he's doing, and I'm not interested.
I'm getting mad.
After, yeah, I'm just
Are
like,
you're
I
getting
don't
mad
even
right
wanna
now?
know
No.
you.
No, not now.
Not now, but
no,
you would.
but let's say somebody would come over and would be like, "Is she always like that?" and stuff like that. I would go.
Yeah.
I'm not chilling with people who are not cool.
Like, fuck
I like
you,
nice
nerd.
energy, good energy. I like good people.
Yeah. No,
You know?
it's horrible. So what would work on you guys? What do you think? If some guy were to walk up and he were to deliver a pickup line, what would you like to hear? What would be the first thing that you would gravitate towards? Would it be better if he asked you a question about something? Would it be better if he asked you to join him somewhere or do something? Would it be better if he presented himself like, "Hey, I'm such and such. Would you like to da da da?"
No.
I think it would be better to ask me a question about something.
So question.
Because it would open up the doors to conversation. I don't want to go with you if I don't know
Exactly
you motherfucker. Like, I'm not interested in, like, separating myself from whoever I'm with if I don't know if there's a good rapport between us.
Okay.
So.
I need a guy that's funny. So if you come up to me and you make me laugh, I'm good.
But no knock-knock jokes.
Yeah, no, nothing stupid. But if you say something intelligent that is humorous,
witty.
Witty. You're sarcastic.
I'm not thinking like
you're
that.
playful.
What are you thinking?
I like it.
Like, I like it when a guy is coming over very quiet and he's trying to apologize, that he knows that already. like, sorry, I know everybody is trying to talk to you and whatever and blah blah, and then he's saying something smart. It makes him like he takes the wall, you know.
Social awareness.
Yeah, he's like, you know, I know what's going on, but listen. And then I'm curious. I'm like, okay, what does he want to tell me? Like, it might be interesting. So I think that's more natural.
Yeah, and he gets it that every other guy has been there, has done that. I generally tell guys not to apologize so much, but I use that all the time. I'll literally
works.
I'll walk up and I'll be
works.
like, "Hey, listen, I know you've been hit on all night."
Right.
Da-da-da. And sometimes if I see it going on and I kind of see an exasperated look in the girl, I'll walk over and I'll be like, "Hey, just I'll be your pretend boyfriend real quick. Like, let's go grab a drink. We'll get these guys off you, sit and talk, and then you don't have to talk to me."
I don't
anymore.
know.
I would like
that
that.
looks like a line to me.
No,
I would think that would be
I would think that's funny and clever.
It depends
and
on
different.
how you deliver it.
It depends
Yeah,
on the
how you
delivery,
deliver
but
it.
all the deliveries that I've had thus far have been lame.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a line just to, like,
Has anybody ever said that?
to me,
to you?
yeah.
Oh, so it's
And so I didn't like it.
no, I didn't like it.
It sounded cheesy.
Okay. Super
Because it was,
cheesy.
it
I
was
like
like,
cheesy.
I hate cheesy. I'll like, if you do, I don't know, I'm a nice girl, but not really, like, in the sense if you're trying to be tacky or cheesy, I'll definitely call you out on it.
Well, yeah,
I'll
and
be shy
what
about it.
cheesy is a lack of social awareness and a lack of originality and
With the
creativity.
ego.
But
But it's
if a
the
guy
ego.
does it and knows he's doing it intentionally to be funny, it can start a conversation and make the girl laugh.
Yeah, so it goes back to delivery. It's
Yeah,
it's
it's
really
all about the
If
how
he
you
does it,
execute.
like, dorky, maybe it's a different. Like,
Yeah.
it's a nerdy way.
I don't think
because-
I've ever met a girl who didn't like a funny guy. Like every girl that's kind of on the top
Funny's
of her
on the
list.
list.
So I feel like in school we should all be taking like comedy improv. Like that's like literally you want to get better with girls, be funny. But then again, there's this weird double standard that I've heard that being funny isn't enough, and I don't know if that's true at all because I know a lot of girls who've dated a lot of ugly comedians. So what do you guys think? Would humor outweigh some certain things?
I like more quiet and serious guys.
Okay.
I like them to be funny when we know each other and to be surprised about his humor. I don't like it when he's coming around like a clown, like blah blah blah. I'm so funny. I'm like, okay, good. You know, you know.
You shut the
don't
fuck up, okay?
I'm like, don't try.
Go
too
back in
hard.
the corner.
I'm like, don't try too hard.
Yeah.
Be natural.
Yeah, and that's another thing is when
Yeah.
guys try too hard.
It's not
But
true.
it's funny because we have to try really, really hard to get ourselves all psyched up to even go over there. So we're trying. The thing is, you have to try, but you can never let her see it. It's like you have to be like a fucking stealth ninja, just stone cold, and you can have all that like internal angst, like, okay, I gotta get this right. You have no idea what we go through. The shit that you guys think about, like in your daily life, like, oh, I gotta get all this shit right for this. That's what we think about when it comes to you, and it's literally just to walk up and talk to you.
And
So
you come
how
off
is
all
it when a
cool.
girl is coming and trying to hit on you? Are you still interested, or do you need the challenge all the time?
It's weird. I'll say that. I think that it depends on how she does it. Nobody likes desperate. Nobody likes
and that's the
desperate.
same how we feel when a guy is coming over.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly how I feel when a guy is coming over. I'm like, you don't have friends, you don't have fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
You're like
oh,
the loser
man.
in the corner coming up to me.
He's like,
Like the
How
guy
many
who,
talk
like,
to you?
stands around.
Hey, it was put in us. It's for the
sorry.
the betterment of the species. No, but it's a very, very good point. And that's another thing that I talk about in the book is actually being confident, capable, having fun, and positioning yourself to where you're always around your target, you know, the object of your affection, but never direct. So instead of being like, hey, da 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 da, you would go over there where she is and you would start having fun. And then, you know, over the course of time, you could slowly lead
Sneak your
into
way
an
in.
introduction. But yeah, subtlety. Be subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Isn't that the way that life works, huh?
Swim up the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta do it.
Why do I feel like you're making a metaphor for sperm? I just saw this and I was like, ooh.
I'm a lot of double entendres, I guess.
Fair enough. So double entendres would probably get you, right?
I probably,
Yeah,
because I'm very immature. In some sense, I'm extremely mature, but I have a male humor sense. So, like, I can play back and forth with guys or men. I get the humor. So, like, that could work for me. But it has to be, like, not too immature. Like, there's a time and a place for everything, you know?
Yeah.
But I get it. I get it.
I mean, there's something about confidence and will. You know, if you really want somebody to find you attractive, I think a lot of guys are hoping.
Think it.
They're hoping, and they're like, I don't know, but I really hope she likes me. Da 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 da. And then a lot of guys are really like half-assed about it. They're like, I got this. I can get this bitch. I can get anybody. I can do anything. And da da da. And it's just like, if you could learn how to dress yourself when you got out of bed in the morning, you might have had a better shot at this.
That's true.
Or you hit the gym or something like that.
Yeah, get in there.
Come on, man.
Go to the gym. Get in shape. I guarantee you she does squats.
Some weights. Go home. Go to the gym. Lift some weights and come back.
Yeah, I mean for like a year and then come back. But there's just so many things that guys like. They're like, oh, well, that doesn't matter, and they kind of like, you know, and it's stupid. It's like if half these pickup artists spent time learning their fashion, you know, going to the gym a little bit, and then maybe if they just took some boxing lessons or something, gained some confidence, became a little bit of a badass in their own mind, they would have so much of an easier time with girls rather than sitting there, you know, just trying to trick people into liking them.
Yeah.
Like social manipulation. It's so bad. Well, I had a bunch of questions, and I think they're on my phone.
I'm like, damn, what can I ask these girls?
See, that's too much. I see too much of that, like, when I'm out.
Yeah,
too many guys on their phones, scared, pretending, like...
You get annoyed?
Yeah. Well, no, not necessarily, because I go on my phone, too, sometimes. But I feel like everybody's so, like, locked and scared about, like, being alone for a minute and not, like, having something to, like, talk to or something to do. You don't want to just look like you're just hanging out. But, like, it's become this thing where we hide behind our screens and we hide behind our phones, and then, like... you flop when you get into real life.
Yeah, it's funny because it does become a crutch. I've even used this
like
where you're
texting,
out and you're like, oh shit, eye contact, fuck phone. I'm actually looking at my phone because I have the questions on here. My printer broke, so I wasn't. I couldn't print these out.
I'm just bringing it up as an example.
Stop busting my balls, woman. Stop it.
I'm a ball buster.
So how does body language factor in for you guys? I mean, this is kind of a no-brainer, but
no hovering. No hovering.
Hovering. Okay, yeah. Good. I didn't even think of that one.
Personal space, like don't talk to me right here with your face.
Is that fucking horrible?
With
your
stank ass breath.
No, but you just keep starting to like move back, and they don't understand. They keep coming more and more forward, and you're just like, whoa.
Or you start like looking around, like pretending like trying to get out of the situation, like get the hint, like okay.
But I think guys can be really good at body language, but they don't know how to.
Maybe they never even thought about it. But yeah, and so to address those two things, when you talk to a girl, you never want to talk at her because in general, when you're at a club or something and you're yelling, speech wind. It hits people in the eye. It distracts them. It disarms them. Spit.
Say it, don't spray it.
And then
smells.
Bad breath. Yeah, and I mean, a lot of guys are very oblivious to this. So what I do when I'm talking to somebody also kind of creates some body contact is to walk over, you kind of grab her by the waist, and then you lean into her ear where you can talk. And make sure that even though you probably can't hear yourself, make sure that you don't scream into her ear because I guarantee you that she can hear you and you will blow an eardrum. And how you'll notice these things happening is when they flinch, when you talk to them and they So
that's a good tip, though.
That's great. And then what was
hovering?
Hovering. Yeah, no, find something to do. Be occupied. That one's huge. And it's crazy because a lot of guys don't know that women can actually see out of their peripheral vision almost as good as they can see, you know, guys, we're here, or we turn our head, but that's what we're doing. And women kind of like, they see shit going on over here, and it's all kind of at the same time, and they can tune in on several different conversations at once. It's like fucking sorcery. But a lot of guys don't know that. So while he's over there lingering, and she moves, and then he keeps trying to linger in her periphery.
We know what you're doing.
Yeah, she's fucking aware. She knows exactly where you are, what you're doing,
watching you.
And you look pathetic.
Yeah.
Go over there, tell her something, and if she doesn't want it, fuck off. Go find something to do. You know,
on to the next one.
Yeah, maybe not on to the next one.
Don't be too scared. Don't be scared to lose something.
Yep.
That's the worst thing.
That's horrible.
That's my rule in life. I'm never being scared of losing something or somebody. That makes your life so much easier.
Well, and I'm sure it's attractive to the opposite sex because, you know, especially when somebody's like that, there's that independence factor, and they're always like, oh shit, right. You know, and then you've got to that actually produces a very, very healthy mindset in men because they're like, oh shit, if I don't fucking get on my shit, she's gonna walk. Right. Yeah, no, and it's great. Self-respect, having a healthy level of self-respect, even with the hovering thing, it's so important to like be like, hey, look, I'm better than fucking stalking this person. Yeah. It's not gonna make or break my night if I don't get this person in bed or on a date or whatever. And it's crazy because like guys don't even factor in, like, from her perspective, you're over there and this is all you want, but she's like, why? Because I'm pretty? That's it? Like, you don't even know me. And that automatically just puts you down here because suddenly your attraction for her isn't based off anything that she had to do with. Yeah. Anything that she built, anything that she made, anything, you know, women don't want to be treated like sexual objects or like.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
When the mood is right.
When you're already naked with them, not on approaching them.
Well, there's a good sense, like, there's got to be a balance of attraction between, like, sexuality, like, and sensuality between the person that you're talking to. You got to feel it, that between the energy.
Certainly.
But it can't be, like, the first thing that you see and feel and talk about. It has to, you know, it's a playful thing.
It's the number one thing that guys fuck up on is they immediately turn it sexual, and they like, I was at a party, and this girl comes up to me, she goes, what do you do? And I said, oh, I'm a dating coach. And she goes, oh, wow, that's really cool. She goes, so what do you do when you find a guy that he's really, really charming and he's great and he says all the right things, and then he goes, hey, you want to go home after and smash it out? She's like, that's rude, right? And I'm like, yeah. He fucking said that to you? And then come to find out, I actually knew the guy. I went to the party with him. And I had broken off from him because he was acting like a fucking frat boy. And I was like, this is horrible.
You might as well just be wearing a shirt that says DTF, question mark.
No, but I would hear stories about that. And
which is tacky as shit.
I didn't think guys would actually have the nerve to do that until it happened to me. And a guy straight up asked me if I wanted to go home with him. And I was like, is this a joke? Like, haha, like, you're kidding, right? And he was absolutely serious. And I was just like, I have not given you any reason to even want to go home with you, but he just had to ask.
He was just asking you to go home, or you were asking for more?
No,
of course he was asking.
The way I don't remember the exact words. He said, he didn't say, hey, you want to come home with me, but he was like, hey, do you want to? And I was like, I talked to you for 2 seconds, and this is the first thing you asked me. Clearly, you're either really drunk or you're just really dumb.
The sad thing is some girls do.
That's the problem.
So here's the thing. I don't think that really works on women. I think that maybe he was drunk or dumb or both. And a combination of both is never good. But here's the thing. I've never asked a girl to come home with me. You don't really have to. If you've done it right, you don't need to ever ask a girl, hey, do you want to come back to my place? Da-da-da. It's just a stupid question. You'll know because you already got to a place where it's implied or where, you know, it's, and this is one of the biggest things. I'm like, look, if you haven't kissed her yet, don't think about fucking her. Don't even go there, and don't wait. Don't let it all build and then do it at the door. Yeah. Because that's fucking stupid. It's never gonna happen. You kiss her somewhere on the date. Kiss her sometime while you guys are having fun, and then you go somewhere else, and you keep doing that.
Although I went on this date. Oh yeah. It was. This is okay, what you're talking about right now. It was very awkward because we went to, like, go and eat. And then he was, like, trying to kiss me while I'm in the middle of eating, which I was like, okay.
Okay,
this
retards.
is, like, too much. No. This is how it first, I've, like, within the first 10 minutes of getting to his house, tried to kiss me. This is the second date, and, like, I don't know. I wasn't sure yet. And then, like, immediately tried to kiss me, and I was like, whoa. And then while we're eating, tried to kiss me again. And then again after we finished eating, and it was like, it was never the right moment. It was like, he didn't even take into account the
timing, idiots. Okay, so when you kiss a girl, you do it during drinks. You don't do it while she's got food in her mouth.
Yeah, not only that, we were like eating at Wurstkirch House, whatever, you know, those like gourmet hot dogs. And it was like, are you serious? Do you think I really want to kiss you right now? As
bad like date move.
German hot dog. Good.
Nothing against Germany.
No, those hot dogs are great, but I don't need to be kissing you during that.
It's funny. I'm actually German. I don't think I mentioned that.
You are?
Yeah. I'm German Polish.
You don't seem like German.
I'm not from Germany. Like
you got too much swag for that.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Wait, I love my people though. But
they don't have any swag?
Some of them, maybe.
No swagger in Germany?
I would say they got it more over here.
Discotheque.
That's definitely what I
That's
really
Italy.
like.
Oh yeah,
over here.
Hans. Very good.
What?
When I say, oh yeah, Hans.
Hans?
Hans.
Hans.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
how do you
yeah.
want to have some swag with
Oktoberfest,
this
yeah.
language? You know what I mean? It's
You want
pretty
my
hard.
schnitzel?
Yeah.
It's a language thing also.
Somebody had a joke on this once, and he said butterfly in like 5 different languages. It was like Liebermuffen and or fucking I forget.
Papillon.
It was so horrible. And then he said it in Spanish. He's like mariposa.
Mariposa. But you don't say that. That's actually a bad word. That means the F word, like gay. You don't say that. If you say mariposa.
Oh,
It's
so
over.
it's like queen now.
Yeah. So if you call like another man in Spanish, you say mariposa. That means like.
Why would you call a man a butterfly?
Well, it means like it's a derogatory name.
Maybe you live in West Hollywood.
Fairies. Fairies.
Right.
No, but it's interesting because like it's funny how oblivious even gay guys are to like this kind of stuff. You know, and I've watched guys kind of walk right up and be like, "Oh my God, you're hot. I'd fuck you." And I'm like, "Okay, I get it now. Sorry, girls." And it was like that was such a shift for me. All of a sudden, it was like I suddenly got it, and I'd walk up and I'd do the apology thing. I'd be like, "Look, you've been hit on all fucking night, so let's just, if I may, I'm gonna buy you a drink. We'll steal 5 minutes of your time while it comes. And if in those 5 minutes we don't want to hang out, cool, no worries." And you go from there.
I really want to see you one night out, and I want to see how you do all that shit. I will hide.
You know what's
I will
funny?
be in the corner. I will just watch him.
Stalking.
I just want to see.
I
it.
have your phone number, and I had it before I even invited you on the show.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't even know
fake
about
name.
this.
Under
She was a little drunk.
You're lying.
I am lying. I was a little drunk. That's probably why I never called. It was like 2
that
years
could be
ago.
a pickup trick, by the way, though.
No,
Oh,
you know, there's an app for that. You can actually walk up to somebody and you trick them into giving you your phone number. You'd be like, "Hey, type in your number right now, and I'll guess what it is," and like logs their keystrokes or something.
creepy.
Yeah, it's like super creepy. I found it on a pickup artist.
That
site.
is
But I feel like
But it's
guys
funny
these
that
days-
we lived in the same apartment, right? In the same apartment building
Yeah, we did.
2 years ago.
See,
Stay in
The
touch.
world is small.
the world is small.
This thing about the phone though is a little creepy. Nowadays, guys will want you to. They
Oh,
want to
yeah.
call the number
Immediately.
and immediately right then and there.
I hate
to
that.
make sure you don't give them a fake number.
Yeah,
hate
and I
that
know a
too.
lot of girls to avoid that will be like, "Oh, my phone's in my purse," or "It's dead."
I
or,
once said I didn't even have a phone.
I
was
you know what?
approached
I asked for the
in the
business
weirdest
card.
way.
I would say the fucking no means no.
I mean,
No, you
yeah.
can't.
But
You can't?
Because then they start begging.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
come on,
No,
please.
this
blah.
one time I was sitting in my car. I actually went to go get Persian food. I got in my
Tariq.
car. The guy follows me.
So good.
You know that?
The
Yes,
guy
of course.
follows me from inside the restaurant, comes outside, knocks on my window. I roll it down like this much because I'm just like, "Who are you?" He doesn't even speak English properly, and he's like, "Hello, can I have your number?" And I'm like, no.
You're not low.
No, I was just like, no. And he's like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Isha." But he's like, "Okay, can I have your number?" And I was like, "I don't have a phone." And he's like, "Can I give you my number?" And I was just like, "I don't have a phone." He's like, "You don't?" And I was like, "No." And then I rolled out my window and drove away.
So here's another thing for you guys. Look, I get the persistence thing, but unless you've got a repertoire of fucking awesome recovery jokes, don't do it. If you walk up to a girl and you hit on her and she says no, go about doing something else. She'll respect you much more for that. You'll actually have a better chance if you leave her alone. You happen to know a group of her friends, and that's actually like a fucking great thing to do instead of hitting on her next girlfriend, the next hottest girlfriend, like guys do.
The next
Make
one in line.
friends with one of her guy friends right off the bat. You go up, you go to hit on this girl, it doesn't work. Start making friends with her guy friend. Start bromancing a little bit. Get that guy to make you his best friend. And then while you're here in that group, you have the opportunity to show this girl what she's missing.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Instead of constantly
And then
hitting
you'll
on
have
you
a
over and over.
bromance and wingman who will then tell and speak of all your greatness to the girl.
Hopefully.
Boom.
Right? I got it.
Boom. So these are awesome little tidbits. You guys
That was a
are
guy,
fucking
yeah.
welcome. Okay. We normally have such back and forth conversations that this is great. Our audience, our listeners get to enjoy some really awesome stuff. Cool. So we're almost done here. We got like 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes.
I went by
So fast.
I know it happens.
Whoa.
It happens. Is there
That's
anything that
what
you guys
she
wanted to
said.
add? Any last thoughts? about guys. What
I'm not starting.
if I had to give you guys a hey, what would you like to tell the male community? How could they?
God. We could go on for another hour.
It would be. It's refreshing to receive phone calls instead of text messages. Like recently, there's this guy. Maybe it's because he's a little bit older. I don't know, but not that old or anything. But maybe that's the reason why. But it's refreshing to get a phone call. I mean, it took me off guard because I was like, I don't want to talk on the phone. But then, like, after the second time, I was like, well, that's kind of sweet. Like, took the time to, like,
actually
call
call
and
you.
even leave, like, a voicemail. Like, a nice voicemail, nothing creepy or anything. But I think that's important because we all get, like, caught up in, like, texting and that whole, like, internet. And a lot of miscommunication happens, even with my friends, like, texting. You get things wrong, or maybe you feel like his attitude seems short when that's just how he is texting, and it doesn't mean anything at all.
Yeah, you lose so much. You lose your tonality, you lose context, you lose everything. So yeah, no, I agree with that. Call her.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
I really think that this day and age we've lost the fact of being able to meet people organically. I think everyone's so into social media, or hey, let me hit up this random guy on Facebook and message him that way, even though I've never met him in person. I think guys need to start being a little more confident in themselves. And if you see a pretty girl at a coffee shop, try to start a conversation with her, or at the gym, or, you know, just anywhere. If I'm at Trader Joe's with my shopping cart, come up to me. I wanna meet a guy naturally. I don't want.
Wouldn't it be annoying, like, if you're always out and people are always demanding your attention?
I agree, but there's a difference, because I don't like it when a guy will say, oh, you're so pretty, or oh, this and that, and just like holler at you almost. But if a guy just says something like natural and just starts up a conversation with you, you know, in an intelligent,
I mean, how did people do it back in the day without
it's
phones?
nice. It's like we don't get that anymore. It's like you have to wait till a guy has 3 drinks in him at a club for him to even approach you.
Yeah.
So my tip.
Okay, yes.
My tip is take your time and see if she gives you some eye contact or something like that. And then go over and be just you. Be honest, be straight, be real, and don't try too hard, and, you know, be natural. Okay. And if she's not giving you any sides.
And if you're naturally a douchebag, you should work on that, because
douche lord.
Douche lord, I like that.
Yeah, go and work out. You know, you gotta love yourself, feel comfortable in your skin, and people will feel it.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's really important. Just being comfortable in your own skin, knowing who you are, what you do. And the other thing about it is, when you've got a goal or a project or something that you're working on, that you're focused on, not only are women attracted to drive and ambition, it's just attractive, but people are also, like, when you're too busy or when you're trying to figure something out that's not related to that person, it's alluring, it's attractive. It's like, oh, wow, like, this guy's got his fucking head on his shoulders.
Definitely. Yeah,
he's got something he's going for.
You want to learn from somebody. You don't want to, like, for me personally, it's more important to, like, have the man have something. Like, of course, I want to teach him things too, but it's really important to me to learn and gain wisdom from the man. Like, I feel like I should be constantly morphing with you into something just new, and you need to have.
You want to look up to a man.
Of course, like, there's a way to have, like, the relationship.
Okay.
Where the man is just there.
What is Sarah saying?
No,
she's a hard man.
It's funny though, because that's a great point. And I was going to touch on that at one point. There's a technique that I've heard of where you actually, when you approach a girl, you kind of start nodding your head and talking at her really, really kind of like authoritarian. And you'd be like, "Hey, what are you doing? Like, want to come over here?" And it's weird because there's something about that. If you do it playfully and you kind of look at somebody,
girls like it.
Yeah,
because she's thinking without realizing it that he's kind of strong guy.
Yeah.
But it's going in different stuff.
And we talked about that on the show with Lindsay Pellis, where it was like, instead of saying like, "Hey babe, do you think you could get that for me?" Being like, "Will you hand me that?" Just kind of like.
There's a way about it. Like, for me, I'm a strong woman, and I'm very opinionated, but I think that the man should just be like, just like,
a little
just
bit
barely like that. You know, so he could, like, still put me in my place, but, like, in a respectful way, where I'm like, I wouldn't want him to, you know, I could step all over you, because I hate when I can just step all over a guy and they let me do whatever, because then you're just like,
they need to keep you in check, and you need to keep them in check.
Yeah,
it's got to be a challenge.
Yes.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
Don't be too boring, you know, like.
Don't let me walk all over you, but then don't try to control me too.
Yeah.
Well, control comes from a fear-based mindset. They're insecure. They're really jealous. If you're really trying to control somebody, controlling somebody for their own good can be taken in a kind of parental way, like the 50 Shades of Grey thing. I'm gonna control your life.
Lame.
Yeah, no, it was a horrible movie.
Cheese, nacho cheese, all the way through.
But there were some things that could be picked up on and learned from. We're actually going to have a 50
I thought
Shades
it was
of Grey here.
entertaining. I mean, yes, it was cheesy, but it was entertaining.
I never read the book, so I had no expectations. But
Yeah,
Exactly,
I didn't get
I
to the
never
book.
read
I've read
either.
2 of those.
2?
And yeah. Like, there are 3 books.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I've read 2 of them, but I haven't seen the movie.
Okay. The movie was like Twilight. Like
Yeah.
it was like all those
Twilight.
serious
heard that.
parts. The whole movie theater started laughing. But
Yeah.
maybe because I was drunk too.
Think
I don't
about
know.
how if you ever read like Twilight and then you watched the movie, it was the equivalent to that. Like the Twilight books are actually pretty good. And the only reason that
a lot of missionary and like one doggy style.
No, I mean, like, it was forcing. You have to read it because everybody was talking about it. And you
everybody
were
kept
like,
calling
okay,
me Edward, and
let's
I'm like,
see
who
what's
the
going
fuck
on.
is Edward? Because I used to have much bigger hair, and Edward is the
I
vampire
never saw
from
Twilight either.
Yeah. So finally, I
I
was
only
like,
like Harry
I read the
Potter.
books, but I love them.
Harry
Potter
Potter
is
is.
the best.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
I don't go into vampire
Yeah.
stuff unless it's Interview with a
I love it.
Vampire. All the other stuff is like cheese.
I read the Harry Potter books in junior high, and some kid made fun of me, and I beat the shit out of him with a book.
With the Harry Potter book. I love Harry Potter. I wish I could go to Hogwarts.
It would
Don't
be
we
awesome,
all?
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
If that was
Do Patronum.
real life.
Oh wow, you're like really a fan.
I'm really a
Okay.
fan. I started in 3rd
So
grade.
if a
when it
guy
came
want to
out.
have a chance with her, he gotta look like Harry Potter.
No.
Get your spectacles and chesticles, okay, motherfuckers?
Spectacles and chesticles.
Okay, spectacles and chesticles. I was gonna say in chesticles.
And I was about to say something else, but I wasn't.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not whatever rhymes. It's not good then.
What were you gonna say?
No, nothing.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll let that to your imagination, I'm sure.
Awesome. Okay, Sarah, where can people find you? What you got going on? What would you like to promote?
I can promote my Instagram site. It's Sara Dastjani, and my Facebook site is the same. And when I go out, I'm more out at Warwick or Hyde, but I'm not going out so
She's
often.
like, come and find me.
Yeah, but I'm not going out that much because I'm working a lot and I have classes. But if I go out once a week or something like that, I want to go more chill. Like, I want to be more in lounges and,
So if you want to stalk Sarah, this is where you can find her.
But I get it. But I know how to hide myself, though.
I don't think you could hide. There's no such thing as camouflage for you.
This is for the next radio show. This is like how Sarah hid from oh my god, Jerod. I forgot your
How
name.
Sarah hide?
How Sarah was hiding from Jerod.
You
She's
forgot
gonna
my
stalk
name.
you and
I'm
watch
sorry.
what you do.
I was like, oh my god, he wants to stalk me.
I know where
He-
you live, woman.
No, I'm not living there anymore.
Aw.
He was my stalking neighbor, by the way, and he was acting like she was drunk and shit.
No, I think I wandered into the pool area drunk one day, and I was like,
That was
Hi.
me. He thought I'm Rachel. I don't know how you got my number, by the way, but this is another story.
it's okay. I'm smooth like that.
Yeah, whatever. So I like lounges and I like to go out.
I was
at
actually
Warwick
surprised.
and
I'm like, how
Hyde
did I
and-
get her
Oh
number
my
that drunk? That's
God.
probably because like I didn't even remember, and then I was like, why do I still have her number? I'm like, oh wait, I remember that, and it was like years
Come
ago.
on, Jerod. You started the radio show just to,
Oh, just to
use
get you
my
in here?
number.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this has all been one
This
big
is a
ploy.
pickup
It
trick,
has
by
been
the
a
way.
whole thing.
The master of subtlety, right here.
Well, what is it? The slowest wins race or something like that. It's been 2 years. You've
Yeah,
been working it up.
slow and steady.
This is a whole con.
I have locks of your hair in my house.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It was
getting
really
serious.
fun today.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for the invite. I had so much fun.
You're welcome. I'm glad you
It wa-
came.
Yeah, and I see you're really curious. You're like, okay,
I'm
the
curious.
German people are weird.
No, not at all. I find you incredibly normal. But I don't
Okay.
know. We can go see the German people.
Okay,
and
good.
we'll check it out.
Hans.
Good.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Okay, Esha, what do you? So where can
Esha.
Isha?
Isha.
I'm sorry. When I see your name, I think
Why?
Kesha.
No, I know, but so many people do that.
'Cause
and
it's
I'm
got, like, the
it's
same
an
letters.
E, though. Isha.
Because
There's
it
no
though.
money
I'll let it
sign
slide.
in that.
it looks like Kesha.
But it's Isha.
I know. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay,
I'll let it
so
slide.
where can people find you? What have you got to promote?
Well, we haven't started really doing a lot of promotion for the show just yet. We're still putting everything together, but it's called Behind the Look LA. So you can find that hopefully within the next month on Instagram. But until then, on Instagram, you can follow me, which is Esha Mohanh. And hopefully it comes up somewhere.
Yeah. Does it
My
come
name?
somewhere?
Oh, yeah. It should be like,
It's like right up here.
It's right
Right above your head.
So do that. Just write Esha Mohanh, and you can find me.
Okay, awesome. And you?
You can follow my sunglasses company. It is Tyche and Isis, and I know there's a lot of letters in that, but I'm sure there will be something where you can check it out.
Okay. Tyche and Isis?
Tyche is a Greek goddess, and Isis is an Egyptian goddess, and they each have great meanings that are important to me.
Nice. I like the sunglasses. Those are dope.
Thanks.
We're going to have to, we should have like a giveaway or something. It'd be cool. Cool, guys. And as always, you can find us at methodologyofthemodernmale.com. You can find us at on Instagram. You can find us on just Google.
The street.
Just
Facebook.
Google Jerod or Methodology of the Modern Male. It's really easy. We're like 3 pages deep right now. What? Twitter at Male Methodology. Instagram modern.male. Let's see. What else? There was something else. Oh, and really, really excited to start working with the guys from Alpha XY. We've got a whole bunch of stuff coming up here, so we're going to be able to take these shows and get them hosted by a whole bunch of different online magazines. So,
Nice.
and hopefully maybe even get them overseas. But that's all you guys get.
I can help you.
What's that?
I can help you.
You can. Oh yeah. We're gonna take this to the German
You better
market.
be nice to the German people over here.
I think you're meaner than I am. Are you kidding me? She's over
No,
here
I'm
like,
just joking though.
German people are so weird. You got too much swagger for
Yeah,
Germany.
exactly.
Like, wait, what should I have
Okay.
done? Okay, so that's all for tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Modern Male Radio.
Bye. Bye.
You're listening to Modern Male Radio with Jerod Zavistoski, right here on LA Talk Radio.